Kyra and welcome back to my channel. So for this video, I had thought that it would be fun to just recap all of my current makeup favorites. These are the items that I have just been reaching for religiously, the things that I have pretty much incorporated into my daily routine whenever I do makeup, and just things that I have literally been loving. Like things that I think is 100% worth the money. And it's not too many items because I do try to keep my favorites limited to, again, things that I just genuinely love and that I would say, hey, if you love makeup, you should go buy these items. So I do have a range of primers, brows, foundation, concealer, lip pencils, and some brushes. So again, not too much and it shouldn't be too long, but again, these are items that I have been obsessed with and that are my current beauty favorites. I guess I kind of do it in the order that I would typically do my makeup. So first, I tend to do my brows first, and for my brow products, I have been loving the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer. Now, this pencil here is not your typical like micro pencil, and the reason why is because this one here is a little bit thicker and it does have more of an angular point. And the reason why I love this is because this is a really good, quick, on-the-go brow product. Like if you are trying to rush to do your brows and you don't really have the time to sit there and do small strokes and create those natural brow hairs and really be precise with it, this is a really good alternative because it really helps to just quickly draw the line, trace it under the brow, trace over the brow, fill it in real quickly. It takes no time to use this and I have been loving it. I feel like I have pretty much been using this non-stop for the past month or two, and I cannot get enough of it. My other holy grail brow product at the moment is the Ardell Stroke a Brow Feathering Pen. Now, this pen here, you guys, I have been loving. Okay, so y'all know how a long time ago I used to be obsessed with using the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara to kind of set my brows in place. I used to love this. I still love it. It's still an amazing product to set your brows. But I have not used this, you guys, in months. Okay, months. And the reason why is because I discovered this baby here and I have not put it down. And pretty much it just looks like a felt tip pen that has, a dark brown substance in it to be able to create those feathery brow strokes. So you just take it and do like that. And it just creates the most beautiful, feathered brow. To me, it makes your brows look a lot fuller, a lot more natural, and just a lot more defined in my opinion. So that is for brows. And then to clean up my brows, you guys should know this by now, I have been obsessed with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Pro Pencil in the shade Base 3. Now it comes in 3 different shades. Of course, it's a woman color. Base 3 is definitely the shade for my skin tone, but it's just a really good pencil to carve out and shape up the brow. Now it says that it's a shadow primer and color corrector, but I personally can imagine using this as a shadow primer or as a color corrector because of the consistency of it and the way it's made. It's just a little bit too thick for me to be used as either, and it is it's a pencil formula, so I personally wouldn't use it for that reason. But for cleaning up under your brow, this is great for that. Just take it, define it, take your finger, smudge it out, bam, you're done. As far as for foundation goes, for my everyday makeup looks, I have been reaching for the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation. Discovered this earlier in 2019. I think it was springtime when it came out, and tested it out. I love it. It's actually a really, really, really good quality drugstore foundation. In my opinion, it performs better than some of my higher end foundations. I love it. I'm in the shade 510, and especially as the oily or combination girl, this helps my makeup to last all day and my skin looks flawless all day as well. And then for the days that I want more of a natural or luminous finish, I have actually been really loving the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. It looks like this, and I'm in the shade 440C. And I really, really, really do like this one. It's not full coverage. It's not heavy duty. Nothing that's going to feel cakey or heavy on the skin. But it honestly gives such a beautiful skin-like finish. And I feel like you can't go wrong with that. Because again, in my opinion, I feel like you don't really need full coverage all over all the time. Now, some days you definitely want a full coverage beat, okay? So that I understand. But I don't want that all the time. Like, there are days that I just want my skin to look like skin. I want it to feel, you know, lightweight. I want it to look natural and soft. And that is when I reach for this one. I did skip primer, but my current favorite primers have been these two here by Milk Makeup. Okay, so I discovered these like in November whenever I went on a little haul at Sephora for the VIB sale, and I picked up the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer as well as the Milk Makeup Blur Stick. And these two here, you guys, I love. I really do love these, especially for this time of year. I have mentioned numerous times that whenever the weather gets colder, I don't know like what it is, but my skin and mattifying primers do not, at least for this year, it has not been working out. I don't know what it is, but my skin has just not been reacting normally to it as it usually does. And so I was on the hunt for a good primer that was more so moisturizing or hydrating for my skin, but that didn't dry it out. That, of course, kept my makeup intact throughout the day, and that kept it looking fresh and flawless. And this primer here, the Hydro Grip, did that exactly. Now, because it is a Hydro Grip, it's definitely more hydrating, so it's not necessarily, you know, made to, at least in my opinion, it's not necessarily made to control oil. And even me as a combination skin type, it doesn't necessarily do the best at controlling oil. I find that within a couple hours, I'm a little bit oily, but I'll just take a napkin, blot myself, whatever, and I'm good as new. The reason why I like this though is because, first of all, I've said it before, but I'm not really like anti-oil. I just don't want to look like a grease ball. I don't mind a little bit of oil peeping through, but just the way that this makes my skin feel and the way that my foundation lays on it and just the way it settles into my skin, it literally is just like magic in a bottle. And also, I mentioned before that whenever you apply this primer and you're rubbing it in, it actually begins to get a bit tacky, and it literally locks that foundation on and it is not budging anywhere. So I'll do this one first, and then I'll go in with the blur stick on top of that right here in my lower cheek area, a little bit in my forehead, and kind of like here in my nose, just to kind of fill in some of those pores. And this is a really good convenient tool to use for that. I love the way that it is designed and packaged because I love that it is a stick formula. So instead of me having to dig into a product and pat it in with my fingers, you just take this and just rub it on to the skin and that's it. It does do a good job of filling in those pores. Now, does it blur it out completely? No, I have never used any type of primer at least that has blurred my pores completely, but it does come pretty darn close. For concealer, for again more everyday concealer, I have been loving the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. I do have two of them. I use the shade Honey as my complexion shade. So like if I want to spot treat, cover up a quick little area, I'll use the shade Honey. And then of course to highlight or brighten, I'll use the shade Caramel. And I have been loving these again for more everyday. They're a great price. They're great quality and they are full coverage, so they cover up it all, okay? Like it covers up everything, lasts all day, doesn't crease, and it just looks flawless. Like if you want a really flawless under eye, these are great options for that. And then on the days that I'm wanting more of a high-end product, I don't really have a current favorite at the moment because I do have a million concealers and I kind of just rotate depending on how I'm feeling. My recent go-tos though have been, of course, the Fenty Beauty Concealer. Love this one. I've done a whole review on it, but literally it's the most creamiest, most beautiful, most flawless concealer that I have ever tried. I love this one. And then I also love reaching for the Too Faced Born This Way Concealer. This one is great as well. Again, full coverage, flawless finish. I just love a good, for my under eye, I will say that for my foundation, that can be like medium to full coverage. I don't need full coverage everywhere, so I'm not really picky about it covering every single thing. But under my eyes, I do love a flawless full coverage concealer. And that is why I love the Fenty Beauty, the Too Faced, as well as the L'Oreal as well. All three of these are very full coverage. Those are my concealer favorites. And then I don't really have any shadow favorites, honestly. I don't know the last time, you guys, that I have actually purchased a eyeshadow palette. It's been a very, very long time. I'm very fortunate to get PR, so I do get a lot of products in the mail from companies that I love. And so I've received a lot of palettes this year, but none that I can say that I am in love with enough to say you should spend your money on this. Now, I have used some that I have loved, like the Charlotte Tilbury palette that I used in my recent Date Night Get Ready With Me. I also have always, and will probably forever love, the Violet Boss Like a Boss palette. I also love the Laura Mercier Caviar Shadow Sticks. These are amazing. Like, they're the best, literally the best cream eyeshadows that you probably ever use. They're bomb, and you can use them for not just your eyes, but for other areas like your lips. I have used these as lipstick before, and it looked amazing. But again, if I'm being honest, there's nothing that I've tried recently that I'm just like, you have to have this. I'm gonna bypass the eyes and then go straight to, I just have a powder and then some lip products. My favorite powder at the moment for sure is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder in the shade 2. Now, this bad boy here, so compact here, is pricey, okay? I believe it's like $45, so, which is insane to me for a powder. So it is, you have to, like, you know, be ready to spend $50 on this powder, but it is amazing. It is bomb. I have been loving this for under my eye, setting it after I finish my entire makeup look. I will go back in with this powder here, take a brush, dip it in the powder, and just lightly set under my eyes. And what it does is, it really, in my opinion, for me, whenever I use it, it helps to not only softly brighten the under eye area, but it creates, because the powder is so finely milled, it creates the most airbrushed finish. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how most powders, it looks like powder under your eyes? This is so fine. It's literally so fine that it just creates the most flawless airbrush finish. And it's a finish that I have never received from any other product ever, like, in life. And I also have re-fallen in love with the Laura Mercier setting powder. I didn't use it for a while. I had only been using strictly my RC Made No Color powder, which is still a great product. I still love that one. But I recently just fell in love with this one, and I've been pretty much using it nonstop over the past few months. It's such a good setting powder, and to me, it's great for all skin tones and skin types because it leaves no color, and it does such a good job of really, like, brightening that area. Because I feel like I have used, like, for example, with the RC Made No Color powder, I feel like that's a good setting powder. Don't get me wrong, I still love it, but I feel like it doesn't brighten my under eye as much as this one does. And this is just such a good setting powder. You can bake with it for like 10 minutes and then go to dust it away and it'll look flawless. Whereas other powders, you know, if you let it sit for too long, it'll start to get patchy and look powdery, and it looks really cakey, and it'll start to, you know, mess with the foundation. But this, I have had zero problems with this powder. It is amazing, and it's just such a good setting powder to have in your collection. Okay, and then I have one more powder to share with you guys. This is one, again, that I discovered a few months ago during the Sephora VIB sale, and have not put it down since. And that is the Sephora Micro Smooth Baked Face Compact in the shade Deep Mahogany. And y'all, this powder here is flawless. I have not picked up, okay, y'all know I used to, and I still love my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark. That was my holy grail. That was my OG. Like, that was all I used on my complexion for a while to set my face. But this here, be honest, I have not touched my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark since I bought this. No lie. I don't know what it is. I just feel like this one, it's like it provides a coverage that the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish does not. But it also is, because it is a baked face powder, even though the Mineralized Skin Finish one is baked as well, I just feel like it just brings a lot more warmth to me, to my skin tone, that I don't get from the MAC dark powder. I just like this. It adds some warmth to my skin. It adds some color. Like, it really brings back the color to my skin. And it also provides great coverage without it looking heavy or cakey. Like, it's not a full coverage powder by any means, but when I set my foundation with this, it just looks flawless. So that is it for powders. And as far as lips go, I mean, my lip products tend to pretty much stay the same. Like, I still love my MAC Cork and Chestnut lip liner, my Night Moth liner, my MAC Cherry liner. I still love my Dose of Colors More Creamer Please lipstick. That is a forever holy grail. I still love my Urban Decay Midnight Cowgirl lip gloss. But these are things that I've been raving for at least like 2 years now. So that's not anything new. But I do use them still consistent, like literally all the time. I have recently fallen in love with KKW Beauty lip liners, the nude lip liners and nude lipsticks. So I have 3 here that I love. I use the shade 2, 2.5, and 3. And again, it's the nude lip liner. And here are the shades, kind of get an idea of the shades of them. And I really just love the shade selection because, in my opinion, I feel like most nude or most brown lip liners are just like, they're just brown. Like, it's just either dark brown or light brown. There's like no in between. And I feel like Kim Kardashian's beauty line has done a great job of finding like those perfect, you know, medium in between tones that are great for different skin tones. Because I feel like not all browns work on all skin tones. And so I feel like her selection has found a way to kind of figure out great brown tones for different skin tones and skin types. And I just really like these 3 here. I've been rotating nonstop. So that's the liners. And then here are the lipsticks that I do love. I picked up the shades 2 and 2.5 because y'all know I love a good nude. But I prefer a nude that's on the lighter side. Like, in the KKW Beauty nude lipstick line, it actually has a really great range. So it goes from like light pale pink to I think like more of a muted down mauve tone. They also have a chocolate shade in there as well. So they have a really nice range of colors. I really do love these shade 2 and 2.5, and I'll swatch them here. So here's the shade 2. It's a really pretty soft pink, but I like it. It's not too like baby pink, hot pink. It's not too pink. It's just a really pretty soft light pink that I think is perfect for a woman of color. And then here's the shade 2.5. So let's see. Okay, there you go. Kind of a good view. So here's 2 and here's 2.5. And I love 2.5 because 2.5 to me is more of a brownish pinkish nude. It actually has more of a terracotta undertone to me, which I love because it kind of looks a little pink, but then a little brown, a little bit orange. It's like the perfect combo. And I love them both equally. I just reach for them depending on how I'm feeling, you know, that day. Another one I want to mention is the Balm Meet Matte Hues Long Lasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Devoted. And I love it because to me it is the perfect toned red. It's not too blue, it's not too pink or too orange. To me, it's right in the middle. Like, it just has a very neutral undertone. So to me, I feel like it's perfect for all skin tones. And I typically pair this with my MAC Cherry Lip Liner. Red on red. This is perfect. And then, oh, the last thing I did want to note that's my favorites at the moment is I recently bought a new brush set, okay? So I recently, during Black Friday, I purchased the BH Cosmetics Marble brush set. I don't know the exact name of it, but I will leave it down, of course, in the description box below. But I bought this during Black Friday, and I have been obsessed with the quality of these brushes. This brush set, first of all, comes with like 10 brushes, I think. And these, personally, in my opinion, are enough brushes to do a full face. You know how sometimes you get brush sets, but the brush set itself, like, still isn't enough to complete a whole face? Like, there isn't a contour brush, there isn't a blush brush, there isn't a powder brush, there isn't a foundation brush, there's not an eye brush. Like, this brush set here is a full, complete brush set to complete an entire face. And that is why I love it. Here is my powder brush. Here's my all over complexion brush. And then I use this one for blush, this one for highlight, this one for either contour or for setting my under eye area. And then these are for the eyes. And I love them, honestly. Such a good brush set, such a great price, and it's such good quality. And they're so pretty. Like, I love the marble handles and the rose gold at the top. They're just gorgeous and I love them. That is pretty much it for my current beauty favorites. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know down below if you guys want to see my current lifestyle favorites, which include things like household products, food, just life things that I have been loving. Let me know if you guys want to see that. I would love to do it for you guys, but it's just only if you're interested. So let me know down below. So I'll go ahead and shut up. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye guys.